right. Just going to make a simple object-oriented. Just going to make a simple coffee menu application, which will be an object-oriented program using vanilla JavaScript, doing a little bit of coding in the terminal. So let's start by creating a home for it. Cool. So now let's just make sure this works. Console.log hello from the terminal. Let's go node.js. And we see hello from the terminal. Perfect. Okay. Let's get access to the read line module. Yeah. I'll create a const and I'll just go RL for read line. And in it, I want to get access to create interface, which is the object that has the various methods that we want. The first one being input. That's process.stin. Go with output, which will be process.stdout. All right. That's right. I forgot I'm in this thing. All right. First things first, we'll need to create a function that will store the application or run the application, I should say. We'll name it main menu. Let's go ahead and call this function. Make sure that it's working. We'll give it console.log main hello from terminal. Perfect. Can remove this. Let's create a function named header so that we can display something back to the user. So for visual purposes for right now. All right. Inside of it, we'll just add hello. CSOLE.log this, we'll just add hello from header. Then back in the main menu function, let's call the header function, save it, run it. Okay, so it looks like it's going to want me to go ahead and give it a, I thought we could run that without doing that. I might have mistyped something. Console.log. No, I didn't. So we'll do this. Mm, let's pass this a title. Let's make this title. And we'll pass the header a title of terminal. We'll go, welcome to the terminal cafe. Let's run this. Syntax. The title, the header. I think I have that portion off because let's do this. There we go. So I just need to clean this up a little bit. So it's pretty lengthy, so we'll just go. Wait a minute, I might have botched something there. Why don't I just do this? All right. There. Now, uh-oh. There. And I can center it later, but for right now, this is good enough. All right. I know I said I'll fix it later, and I will, but I'm still going to do something with it for right now. All right, so let's add the menu options console.log. I don't think no one is. Let me just make sure. Let me do that. The first one will be, let's make it view menu. Number 2 will be add item. Number 3 will be view cart. Number 4 will be checkout. And then number 5, console.log will be exits. Let's test this out. Cool. Perfect. All right, so what I want to do is get access to the input from the user. So we'll use the RL, or the require module, I should say, and we're using RL to help us navigate that. And then we will need to loop over each question and capture the user choice or input. And based upon the choice or input, we will display something back to the user. So I think the next thing that I would want to do is let's display it on screen. Let's go RL question. The first, well, let me pass in these options, so pass in the parameters. This will be /n. And we're listening out for a choice, HOICE. this. Cool. So we'll go RL dot question USTIN. Make sure I did that right. Yep. Clean it up a little bit. Cool. Now we'll need to pass. I don't want to order that. We'll need to pass something back to it. And we're going to be listening for a choice. All right, so then we'll have a switch statement, so ITCH, that will take in a choice. We'll go if the number, a little bit, if the case is 1, we're going to return, let's just say console choice 1, just to test this out. And then we'll add a default console.log invalid option. Yeah. Return. And let's make sure I didn't break anything. Perfect. All right, so I'll fix that. It's still showing invalid option, but it should have. But I need to put a break in there. We'll do that. All right. So let's create a store, which will hold everything. And this could easily be expanded and reused. So let's create the object of store now. Just go ahead and call it first. So class store. In it, we'll have a constructor. There we go. If we call the menu, I want to go this dot menu. I think we can create a menu item that can be reused, that'll capture certain information. So let's go above the store. We'll go class menu item constructor. Pass in a name and price. To be this dot name. So put your name. And this dot price is equal to price. So then now we can use this menu item to display certain items that are on the menu, but let's make sure it works first. So we'll go new menu item. We'll go latte. And we'll make this 4.5, 450 for a latte. Sounds kind of pricey, but that's probably the going rate. And then I think to show this, it'll be best to do a function named show menu. Make sure we're still within store, but outside of that constructor, yeah. So we'll create a function named show menu. Let's use the header function that we created earlier. We'll pass in menu. And we'll go this dot menu. We can use the for each method. And if we close that, and outside of that, there should be one. Make sure I don't get that messed up. So to display the menu items, we'll go console.log. We know we'll need temporal literals. And basically, we just want to iterate over each, display I with the index +1, which will show the number so that we can kind of dynamically display the number of items that we have. So the first one will be a latte, and the second one will be whatever we add, a cold brew, etc. So that will be I +1. Add a dot. Then the next one will need to show the item name. So this will be item.menu item.name, and that's getting access to the menu item that we created. This should be item.name. And then we'll pass no, out of this. We'll pass the price, item.price. All right, that looks to be pretty good. Let's see if there's anything that stands out. Oh, we need to update the case. So for this one, we'll erase case number 1, and we'll just go store dot show menu, return. And I think I need to create a quick function that could take us back to the main menu in the event we want to close that out. So we'll create a function called pause, P-A-U-S-E. We'll just pass callback question and press enter to continue. C-O-N-T-I-N-U-E. Come back. And yeah, I need one more for the end. Yeah. All right, so then we should be able to return it. Return, we'll pause, and the callback will be the main menu, which is the name of the actual function itself. So let's save it. Run the file. Nice. It shows it. One is a latte. Press enter. And then it takes us back to the main menu. Perfect. Invalid option if we press enter. So we can stop it for now. Let's go back to the file. So to complete out this functionality, let's add a few more items to the menu first. Let's go to new menu item. Let's go muffin. 125. New menu item. Cold brew. This can be 475 or something. New menu item. Let's go espresso large. Make this 750. We'll go large espresso. Save it. Unexpected. smooth. Oh, cool. All right. Let's see. I think the next we'll need to do is add item. So that is going to be case 2. So case, I should probably clean this up a little bit so easier to see. Case 2. And this can be a add to cart function that we'll need to create from the store. So let's do that first. No, let's add it here first. Let's go store dot. Actually, this can just be a return store dot add to cart. And we'll pass in it the main menu. And because we already have return, we're good there. I'll go ahead and add. No, I won't, because if I do, it's going to expect me to run it. So then now we can just create the add to cart functionality and pass in the main menu as the callback. So let's go up to the store. That is show menu. Let's see. Got that. Just want to make sure. Just gonna add to with this one. Just go add to cart. Make sure we get that right. So I said we needed to pass in the callback because we're passing in the main menu inside of the cart. And when we call this, we'll go this dot show menu so the user can see it. And with this one, we can go require question. All right, so inside of the question, select item number. This will be a num, and of course we need our arrow. All right, so const index is equal to number num minus one. Const item is equal to this dot menu, and we need the index of this, which will be the menu index so that we can capture the right item. But for the user, we're going to show the number minus one. With this, if there's no item, we need to present something to the user. So we'll just say console.log invalid selection. And with this, we're going to return pause. And with this, we'll pass in callback because we know with pause, we need to pass a parameter. So we'll just use callback. And then underneath the if, we'll go rl.question. So if we got a valid input, we need to ask the user how many they would want. So we'll go const quantity is equal to parse, parse int 10. Let me make sure this actually works because we're starting to add a lot, but I think it should be good. Think about this for a second. So this UAN quantity. Let me see what we're getting so far. View in the menu looks good. Add an item. Okay, so it's capturing the item number and the quantity. So now we'll just need to create a function to add the item itself, which will basically be the price times the quantity. Yeah, I probably will go with them, man, to be honest with you, because this doesn't the syntax without it being highlighted. I'm sorry, I didn't even see the chat there. Without it being highlighted, it does make it a little uneasy on the eye. Just bear with me. But I got you for next time though. Let me drop something because that's good feedback. I'll keep that up over there. I didn't even catch it earlier. Sorry about that. think. All right. Look at this code. See what do we want to do next. Actually, let me come out of this for a second. I'm gonna see if I can play with this theme color a little bit. I'm sure that is pretty uneasy on the eye. Yeah, I don't think I better run with it right now. Sorry. All right, let me create a class named cart. We'll add constructor. Inside of it, we'll list our items, and we'll put those items in a array. All right, so the first functionality that we want the cart to do is to add items to cart. This is going to be add item, add item. Add item function. This will need to take two parameters, the menu item and the quantity, Q-U-A-N-I, no, Quantity, quantity. And that'll be by default set to 1. And the user can always change that. Basically, what we want this to do is to get subtotal. We create a function named get subtotal. end of subtotal. And this is just going to return this dot items, and we'll use reduce, reduce. Reduce, you need to pass the sum and a item. And with this, it should be sum plus item, and uh-oh. We need to probably create a function to get the total. Yeah. Versus this would probably make more sense in its own class. So I got the cart class. Make sure I'm not, yeah. Let's create a class for the cart item. End of cart item. We will constructor, constructor. Let's go menu item, and then we'll set the quantity QUANTITY, set it equal to 1. And this will be this dot menu item. Menu item. We get access to the quantity. We'll go this dot quantity, QUANTITY, and make it equal to quantity. Yeah. And the cart item will also need to get the total. This should be pretty simple. This should just be return this dot menu item dot price, and you're going to multiply the price by the quantity. This dot quantity QUANTITY. Now, if we go back down to the cart, and inside of the cart, in the add items function, let's do this first. Mm, Turn this dot item reduce let's go item dot get total TOTAL. And we'll pass back in a 0. And we can actually print. We'll go print cart, and this will be header your cart. I won't worry about printing all of the items just yet, but I think we should be at a good space to where we can test this out. I got one too many in. Cart, cart. That's the constructor.